And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Now, today, another epic VeVe live stream today. Today, we have Doctor Doom, the Fantastic Four comic book. This is a big comic book. I mean, in the real world, it's very sought after, so I think this is going to be a big one today. It's going to be a little bit easier today to get the comic book than it was for Hitmonkey. A little bit more editions, so I think that's going to be good. We have 21,000 common editions today. Then we have 5,000 uncommon editions. We have 2,350 rare editions. We have 1,050 ultra rare, and of course, a secret rare, 600 editions. Your boy has not gotten a comic book secret rare just yet on the drop. I'm trying to put my hair down just a little bit, but I think it's due finally. I think we're finally going to get one. I don't know if it's going to be today, but I'm feeling one of these comic books coming up soon, the next few days, or next few drops. I think I'm finally going to get one. So shout out to everybody who has gotten a secret rare so far. I think they're going to do really well in the future. I really do. Shout out to everybody joining the stream. We got Brendan in the house. Let's go. Yeah, Brendan. Both mint numbers are good. He's asking questions. Which mint number is going to be better? I think both low mint. I think anything under 100, sub mint 100 is going to be great. I think it's going to be a good low mint. Yeah, NFT Pirates talking with the founder of Gymshark. That was amazing. Shout out to Pirates, man. I mean, great interview. I saw that. That was amazing. It just shows you that a lot more people are going to get involved in the space, right? I mean, it kind of blows people's minds because this is something when they see it with all the licenses involved, Disney, Marvel, it's something to where they're saying, why isn't more people involved in this just yet, right? And that's what the psychology hack that you have to get through is, don't wait until everybody's involved, right? I mean, not financial advice, of course, but if you want to get in early on something, this is usually the gold mine when people are still on the fence of things. They're not really sure if they should get in or not. But I mean, Disney doesn't take chances, right? I mean, so this should be almost a guaranteed lock for anybody who's on the fence of things. When they see brands like Disney, Marvel, billion-dollar brands get involved and trust their IP with VeVe, to me, it's a no-brainer. We got Dubes in the house. How we doing? How we doing? We got Kurt in the building. How we doing, y'all? Whole fam doing well today. Ritmo all day, baby. I like Ritmo a lot. I mean, Ritmo is the first fully animated collectible. I want to talk a little bit before the drop today. I mean, we got, let's see here. We got 22 minutes about. Let's see if that's right. Let me update my time real quick. Again, for any new users, let me close my app actually first. It's bugging out a little bit. For anyone who's just logging on the VeVe app, this is how we get to the drop. Main screen here, you're at the store tab. Boom. First thing that you see, Fantastic Four. Then you scroll down here. Then we got the timer. Right where that timer is, that's right where the buy now button is going to pop up right after the time gets expired. And here's the comic covers that we got going on today. First one was the common. That's the uncommon. I like that one a lot. So this has the white background. That ultra rare is in color. And then we have the secret rare. I like that one a lot. That one looks pretty cool. If I was to say my favorite out of them all, I'm kind of feeling the ultra rare. I'm kind of liking the ultra rare the most right here. I like the rare because the white background really makes Doctor Doom stand out and pop. But I like the contrast with all the colors and everything with this one. I like the ultra rare. I'm hoping to get the ultra rare. Ultra rare, secret rare. I'm hoping for it today. Good luck, everybody, today. Let down your hair, Rapunzel. Once we get Thor, man. Once we get Thor dropping and we got Thor as a collectible, I will let down my hair, and I think it's gonna be a hilarious day. The new people joining the stream that day, they'll have no idea who I am. Or I should say, actually, the returning subscribers may not even recognize who I am. Doing well, man. Doing well. I knew you'd say that. I always say Kurt in the building. We got Brendan in the house. Rare and ultra rare are so dope. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I really like the covers on these. I mean, as we saw with the Hitmonkey, we saw Hitmonkey with a lot fewer additions. But I think it was awesome that we timed that with the show release. So I think that was pretty cool. I know there was a lot of people who were just tuning in, searching the show, and probably found the live stream and got into VeVe from that. I mean, we saw that happen with the James Bond, and that's when it really started to register to me that timing it with these show releases, I think, is amazing because there's a lot of people in the world who are just YouTubing, Google searching the movie release or maybe the show release on Netflix. And then they come across the live stream, find out that there's a drop on this VeVe app, and then they find VeVe that way. So I think it's always a pretty cool idea to time it with the show release or movie release as well. Yep, he's the last of the big three. We got Cap, we got Iron Man. I can't wait until Thor. I can't wait until Hulk drops. Hulk and Wolverine are actually my favorite, probably. But of course, with Thor in the hair, you gotta let it down for that one. You got Getsy in the house. You got Kelvin in the building. Haven't set up the super chats and all that just yet, the memberships, but I got the email and everything, so that's gonna be coming real soon. Probably after this weekend, maybe by tomorrow. But definitely by Monday, super chats, memberships, all that stuff should be in the works. So that's definitely exciting. I mean, shout out to you guys for supporting the channel. It's been amazing. And one thing I want to talk about before this drop happens in about 19 minutes is, some things that new users can do if they're just starting out with a few $100. Again, this is never financial advice. This is just my opinions, maybe what I would do looking back if I only had a few $100 to start out. Just some tips for new users, just joining, how they can maybe get started and all that kind of stuff. Because it can definitely be intimidating, right? When you're just starting out and you see all these collectibles, comics, where do I even start? Especially if you don't have a background or experience in collecting, with collectibles, first edition, all that kind of stuff. So you would have to do a lot of research if you don't, listen to other people. So my first advice would be to go down the rabbit hole, right? Try to learn as much as you can on your own first. But if I was to do it all over again and I didn't have, thousands of dollars to keep putting in, I only had a limited $300 to $500. There was definitely some things that I would focus on. I would really focus on, there's a lot of collectibles right now that are probably still around retail price or maybe just above, just below. And I really think it's only a matter of time before they pop. So especially right now, I think this is a great time to get involved if you're just getting involved, because we got a lot of things coming up. Money transmitter license is coming soon, so we're going to be able to cash out eventually. Just having that ability to will make it a lot better, especially for all the people who are on the fence, maybe scared to put money in because you can't withdraw. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where everybody can withdraw and turn these gems into US dollars. And so not only that's coming, but once we move to Ethereum, that's going to validate these NFTs big time as well. But I think I won't tell you exact collectibles to target, but anything that I would say, there's like different tiers and different check boxes you can check off. Is it a season 1 collectible, right? I think season 1 is going to be big time. Once we're on season 5, season 10, I really think the collectors who are getting in will go back to try to start their collection at season 1. Obviously the big time IPs that come out in season 3, 4, etc., they'll be big too. But I think season 1 is definitely a big one to focus on because there's a lot of season 1 collectibles right now that are still maybe under $30, right? Maybe not too many anymore, but there are some season 1 collectibles still in that 30, 40, maybe $60 range. There is one that I will call out, the DeLorean. I think they have said in AMAs that at some point, if you go back to AMAs stand for Ask Me Anything. They're interviews that the team does each week or every other week now. And in a few AMAs, they have talked about to where, at some point, we don't know if it's going to happen in, a couple months from now, in a month from now. But I think at some point, eventually, we will see that common DeLorean get drivable again. When it first dropped, people were able to drive it around, right? Remote control it. And they've said all along that feature or function will be coming back at some point again. We don't know when. But I remember when the common DeLoreans they sank all the way down to $20, $13. And so at the time, I was able to stack up a bunch. And if you're able to stack up anything, multiples. I think Gail just put out a video today about it. I didn't have a chance to actually see it, but, he talked about it. I've talked about it before, duplicates. We've learned it from David Yu, right? The magic number is 3. If you're able to get duplicates, especially of season 1 or first appearances of these characters that are kind of cheap still, like FA Batman, not even the Todd Batman, because the Todd Batman is about $2,700 right now. But the Batman Who Laughs, that's a first appearance Batman still. And I think that's still maybe under $70. And so I do have a few of those. And once you're able to get a few collectibles, right? Just at least 2 or 3. I mean, if you can afford it when they're really, really cheap, handful, maybe 10 of them. But when you're able to get duplicates for really cheap, that's so clutch because you're able to hold one of them always, right, for your collection, because you're going to grow attached to it most likely. And then you're able to flip or sell a couple of collectibles if you're able to wait until it appreciates, double, triple, 5x the value. And that can be so clutch for your collection and just to get started, because once you're able to flip into more gems, you increase your gem bag. It allows you to reinvest even in more and more and more collectibles. So for me, I would definitely stack up. If I was to do it all over again, not financial advice, you don't have to follow this. You can do your own thing. Absolutely. These are just my opinions, what I've learned through my journey. If I was to do it all over again, I was fortunate. I did stack up on a lot of duplicates. I got 7 or 8 FA Jokers, 7 or 8 FA Harley Quinns. They were cheap at the time. They were in stock, in store for retail. So that's what I always talk about. Even today, if there's anything that's under retail, I think Marvel Mighties maybe just above retail now. I'm sure there's a lot right now. The market's closed, so I can't go into details just yet about each collectible. But just as a broad scope, right? Anything, that's maybe just above retail. I always try to think about things in the terms of months. Is this still going to be this retail price in 3 months from now, 5 months from now? So looking back, if I was able to get duplicates of some cheap collectibles with enough gems, holding on to get these new drops as well, because you never want to be in a boat to where you're out of gems and forced to sell a couple of collectibles cheap. You don't really want to be in that boat. So you always try to want to keep some gems too. Ultraman cover, shout out to Willow Kid. I just saw this comment. Yeah. So stuff like, there's a lot of stuff that's, especially season 1, that's still hovering around that retail price, and maybe it just got back up to retail. Maybe it's a little bit above, and it's not really popping. There's not a lot of news or people talking about it. And so for me, that was a gold mine opportunity when I had the gems, right? When I had the gems, I was able to stack up on even just 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 or 5 of these collectibles. And once you do that, you grow attached to them. So even when you have duplicates, you don't want to let go of your duplicates, but you got those duplicates for a reason, to be able to let them go, sell for a profit, maybe double, triple, and then reinvest those gems in more. So you can constantly keep reinvesting. And it's so much easier to make money or make gems when you have a little bit of money. Again, not financial advice. These are just my opinions, guys. What I've learned through my journeys. Let me back up the chat. Let me see if anybody else have some questions. Are you rocking a mohawk on Saturday? I might have to, right, for Storm? I might have to do something with my hair. Yeah, I think this comic will be big for sure. I mean, a lot of the comic experts, Crypto and Comics, they're a big fan of this comic, so I think this is going to be big time. It's Disney, the biggest brand on the face of the planet. Yeah, Disney's huge. I mean, that's the thing about IP brands, right? When you have a major IP billion-dollar brand already established, you don't have to say, like, is this valuable? There's already an established value there because they've already had fans for decades. So I think something like Disney, it's just such a big brand to where people don't have to question, is it valuable, right? It's already valuable. I might have to try to mohawk it or something. That would be hilarious. I might have to try to get in character for Storm. I always say in the house, in the building. Same thing, Brendan. Hey, yo. What tactic am I using on this drop? MF Floyd, thanks for the question, man. I know we got a lot of people tap gating it. I'm not a fan of tap gate, like you guys know. I never really had success with it, so I'm just gonna try to time it again. I think the last 2 times I've tried to time it, I ended up probably doing tap gate because I just missed it, and so I had to kind of hurry up and tap it a bunch of times at the end. But hopefully this time, I just time it right and just one click it. All right, Brendan in the building. guys are funny. Hey, you know what's funny about this one, low-key alligator? I would say, you know, I would focus on the big brands, but also this is Marvel. So I mean, low-key gator common. It's not my first target, but again, do I think it's going to stay under retail 3 months from now? Absolutely not. So if I have the extra gems, that would be something that I probably would be targeting. You know, I may get 2 of them. I do actually have 3 of those low-key gators. I have 2 or 3 of them, I think. Shout out to Brendan with the idea. He said a while ago that he got a couple comments under retail just to put their heads in the room to act like, you know, he hunted them. So I thought that was a pretty good idea for the showroom. Zombie Cap is disrespected. I agree too. That's a first appearance as well, and that's definitely. I actually saw that in the marketplace, and I was like, you know what? Do I scoop up a few gems and, you know, grab a few extra of these? I think, you know, scooping up duplicates of the FA Cap while it's on the retail, I think that could potentially be a solid choice. Lesson time, hands in the air. Let's the chat, baby. Let's the chat. Let's go. I think it should, man. I mean, that's a great collectible that you have. Ben Riley, ultra rare. I love that one because, you know, it's so limited, right? I think there's only, I don't know the exact edition count on that one. I haven't checked it out, but I know there's such a few amount of editions, maybe like 600 or something crazy, right? And see, Vinny, right there, that's why you got those duplicates, right? I mean, it's unfortunate you had to sell them all off. I sold off a lot of my duplicates as well. I had like 7 FA Jokers, 7 FA Harley Quinns. Still got a couple of each, but man, I had to let go of a lot of those duplicates for Disney. But I think it was a right decision. You know, maybe you wait, and I think the longer you wait, the more those first appearances, especially from season 1, are gonna appreciate. But it's just a battle. I didn't want to have to try to, you know, wait too long, and then maybe Disney got out of reach completely. I just sometimes for me, if I love it, especially because it was all gold, and you guys know how I am with gold, right? All gold, you know, huge IP brand like Disney, felt like it was an absolute must-have. This is the biggest brand that's ever hit the VeVe app, so I felt like I got those duplicates for a reason. You know, it's always tough to let them go because I grow emotionally attached to them all, but so glad I did. So glad I did. That's the move, Vinny. Yup. I do think Zombie Caps definitely underrated. Ultraman, yep. Even the collectibles of Ultraman, I think just because we haven't really seen that fan base hit just yet. But once that fan base hits, I mean, I think it's gonna pop. Kurt, you're funny, man. The press and pray tactic. Yup. Pretty much. I mean, I'm not gonna spam this one. Maybe I should start trying to spam it. Maybe I should watch you know, all VV Vault's videos and try spamming it next time. Let's go, fam. How we doing, William in the building? First timer here. How we doing, Daniel? First time with the VV app? First time on the VV app too, or just first time joining the stream, brother? If you're first time using the VV app, welcome to the fam. If you've been here for a while, you know, congrats. You've seen the journey, and it's been an exciting journey. And welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, the Marvel tax is kind of annoying. I'd say it's not ideal, but I mean those will get their shine, right? I mean, I feel like every collectible will get their chance. Tasmania in the house, yeah. How we doing, fam? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I think I remember you, brother. Sounds familiar. Yep. There really is, man. I think, you know, we saw Penguin explode. I think that was a smart move for all the people who picked up Penguin. Good morning, Mr. Dunn. Let's go. Green Goblin. Let's get it. Good luck today, everybody. Oh yeah, solid move, solid move. You know, I'm really torn about this one too because I had 30 FA Captain Americas, man. I mean, that was one of my picks to where I went all in on, but you know, unfortunately Disney happened and I had to like go so many of them for like 30, $35. Unfortunate, you know, because you don't want to sell something for that low, obviously, but wasn't ready to get rid of every single one of my Harley Quinn duplicates, FA Jokers, wasn't ready to get rid of my Todd McFarlane Batmans. Like some of my big duplicates, you know, I could not get rid of, so I was okay with, you know, sacrificing. I still got a handful of mighties left, so I'm glad. Johnny Gate, don't fail me now. No, yeah, there's nothing wrong with spamming, right? A lot of people have success with it. Just for me personally, like I've never used it, so I feel less confident using the spamming method. Um, that's all, Jason. I think I said for the last two times I basically did spam it because when I tried to time it perfectly with the one tap, I missed the buy now button. So I just kind of, you know, freaked out the last second and just tried tapping really quick. First time joining the stream. Okay, awesome, man. Appreciate you joining, tuning in. So many people are talking about Lion Gate. All right, so Lion Gate is something that they've all just made up in the chat, I think, to where they want you to roar out loud while you're doing it. I've told some people. I think it was back in the day, months ago. Shout out to Crypto Maniac, man. I remember making it up with him. I think when all the different gates were going around, I was like, "Yo, let's make a freezer gate." You know, you just got to put your phone in the freezer for 15 seconds, cool it down, so it gets through with the servers. But then a lot of people start asking. I actually just had a guy ask me the other day what it was. So shout out to you, brother. You know, a lot of people in the community that have all these different gates going on right now, but a lot of them aren't real. I mean, some of them are real, right? We have you know, tap gate, we have line gate, we have some of them that are real, but now it's getting to the point where it's kind of funny and everybody's making up their own little iterations and jokes with it. So, oh, coffee gate, we can't forget about coffee gate. You got to have a sip of coffee about 30 seconds before your drop. That way, you just get a little bit of, you know, extra power in your taps. How many comics are people holding? I'm curious. I got a decent amount of comics. You know, I think I got every single common comic so far. I have only a couple or a few ultra rares, not too many. I would say I got about seven. I think it's 7 or 8 maybe common big ones left, like the Amazing Spider-Man, Marvel Comics #1, Fantastic Four. I don't have like 20 of them, but I think I have about 7 to 10 of them still. Pray gate all day, absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes just best, you know, say your prayers, you know, and do your best. We got December in the house. How we doing, fam? Yeah, you gotta get some coffee, December. You gotta get some coffee. Willow. I'm so asleep. Gotta wake up. I mean, we got the drop in about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, y'all. Man, it comes up quick. Every single drop. I feel like every time I look down, I was about to say like 20, 30 minutes is still, but we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. I like this comic a lot. I'm feeling an ultra rare today. I really am feeling like something about to pop today. Yeah, I agree, dudes. I agree too. Absolutely, man. I got my 2 ultra rares that I wanted to make sure I got. I got the first ever exclusive cover for VeVe, that one Fantastic Four edition. I have that ultra rare. I have the rare too, so I have the full set besides the secret rare. And then I also have the Daredevil ultra rare. I have that one as well. So I know that's a pretty big comic too. So, a price prediction for this drop. Not really sure. I think the secret rare is going to do big numbers for sure. I think a lot of the people are going to buy the secret rare if it's only between, you know, a couple thousand right away. So I think the secret rare could go up big time. Ultra rare would be good. Interested to see where the rare uncommon land. I think the cover looks pretty good on the rare. This is going to be a big comic though, so I think even the commons should be pretty valuable, I believe. 45 seconds to the chat, y'all. Good luck, everybody. You got 37 seconds. Good luck, gang. 30 seconds. You have to take a sip of coffee at 30 seconds. That's coffee gate. All right, 20 seconds, yo. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. How did I get that? I felt like I was so late. The anticipation. I only had 115 gems left. Let's go. 8,522 with sub 10K. I'll take that all day. That looks like a secret rare number if you ask me. Let's go. Man, did you guys see? I felt like I was really late. The last few times I've been hitting it way too early. I felt like my timing's been off. So this time I would have pressed it early again if I just went by timing. So for some reason, Coffee Gate is making me hit it too early. So this time I just waited for the reaction, basically. I felt myself like I was going to press too early. So I just waited until I saw it come up. And that's when I pressed it. And I could have sworn it was going to be way too late. Like, if I had a guess before I got it, I would have said definitely late. Let me know if you guys got one. Sip of coffee, done. Let's go. William, hopefully it worked. That's a big dub for me. Let's go, Crypto Scholar. Frozen Zero. Tyler, let's go. No, William, you didn't get it. No, William, I'm so sorry. Did you press it too early? I'm wondering if you pressed too early. Because sometimes when I do Coffee Gate, man, for some reason, it makes me want to press it early. So like that's what I did last two times. So today I really waited for my reaction time. Got one. I thought it was way too early. Wow. Okay, so Josh got one. He thought he was too early too. Pokalee 99. That was my best timing ever. 3 comics in a row. Wow. Let's go. Man, that's such an amazing feeling when you time it right and you keep getting it. Tell me this that is not the best feeling. Tyler said after all the failures of Disney plus the Disney Plus week. After all the failures of Disney Plus week, this feels great. Yeah, shout out to you, Tyler Wynn. I'm glad you got one. Amazing. Got one, thank God, or thank the Lord. Dude said, let's go. MF Floyd got 2. Let's go. No, Kurt didn't get one. Kurt said Praygate didn't work. Let's go today. Let's go paper hands. Yeah, I think in the very beginning we do see a trend tend to happen. People tend to get them off kind of quick, kind of cheap. And I think the smart money just keeps buying it all up. Got one on the rebound. Yeah, so keep trying, guys. If you haven't got one, how do you get a rebound? So on a rebound, sometimes like right now for me, my buy now button is still up there. But like you guys see, when I click it, it says an error. So people are saying at the 2-minute mark, like every 2 minutes, like you may be able to get one. Oh my God, is that one going to go through? Can you imagine if I just got another rebound on stream? Well, a rebound on stream. So sometimes, like if you just keep pressing that buy now button, one may pop up like this. It's tempting right now. See, like my sniffles just came back. All stream, it was just perfect. And it's got to be like dust or air around my room. Oh yeah, okay. So if your buy now button is still up there, I would just stay on and keep hitting it. Prism got one. That's big time. I think this is gonna be a good comment. I really do. Yeah, a lot of people are saying spamming doesn't work anymore. I'm not sure, so I'm not positive on that. Let's go. Goku Inu Teak said, my phone turned off and turned my phone on and only had 9 seconds left. Oh my god, so exhilarating. Let's go, man. I'm glad you got a dub. No way, Brendan didn't get one. Finally, you missed one, man. You are human. I thought you were really Edo for a minute. Brendan finally missed one. He's been killing it lately, though, big time. I mean, he just got a secret rare the other day, Hit Monkey. Shout out to you, brother. I'm sure you're still enjoying that one. Kurt Taker, that's everyone who got one. Kurt said, maybe I need to try Praygate plus Bow the Head at the same time. No way, Top Killer. Top Killer said, LMAO, I was prepared 15 minutes beforehand and watching a video, I got distracted. That's the worst. These drops can go by quick, right? For whatever reason, I mean, even me, when I start to stream in 20, 30 minutes beforehand, all of a sudden like that, just talking to you guys, it flies by. Wow, okay, so Marco got a rebound 2 minutes after just spamming it. Interesting. I'm going to go on Twitter real quick and let's go. Willow Kid said he shoots, he scores. Rebound, baby. Cleaning up that garbage in front of the net. Let's go. Hey, man, you got to score any way you can, right? I mean, in the books, it just says goal scored. Let's go. Let's see who else got one. Let's go, Gary. He said, haven't got a comic in the last couple of drops, but finally got one. Let's go. That's big time. Oh, let's go. Sub 500. Let's go. Popper got one. Popper. Yeah, he got a 366. That's a great mint number right there. Instant delivery. Let's go. All right, let me people are saying instant delivery, huh? Oh, I got one pending order. So yeah, it should take anybody who's asking questions like how long does it take? It usually takes anywhere from right away to up to like maybe an hour to get your comic book. Now I think they will try to deliver it sooner. So hopefully, ideally, you get yours before the market opens, but market usually opens about 30 to 40 minutes after the drop. I'm trying to snipe some commons when the marketplace opens. What do you think a good price to snipe would be? Really all depends. I mean, it all depends what these really start out at. I mean, for example, we just saw let's see. I mean, we see the Amazing Spider-Man right now. It started out, 10, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, and it's at maybe like 40 bucks now, I want to say, before the market closed. Marvel Comics #1's up to like 80 bucks. Fantastic Four #1. I want to say it's like 40 bucks in the market. I forget offhand. Not sure what these are going to start out right away in the marketplace. So I can't give you an exact number, like what the snipe, because maybe I say number and then all of a sudden the marketplace they're even cheaper, right? So I think you just have to look to see what they're at in the marketplace. But remember, right when the market opens, there's only going to be a few in there because they still have to get delivered to everybody. So I would be careful buying things right away unless you know and really feel like it's an absolute steal. For example, as soon as the market opens right away, there might only be 3 ultra rares in the market for sale, and the ultra rare price might be like $1,000. But I think as more and more ultra rares get delivered to people and more get put in the market for sale, that price is probably going to get undercut and probably come down a little bit. And same with the commons, etc. Commons may start out, I have no idea, maybe like 70, $80 and work its way down. Maybe like 50, $40 and work its way down. But then again, this is a big comic, so people may be just scooping them up right away automatically no matter what. It's tough to say with this one. I'm really not positive. I'm kind of just going to go in and feel it out. The best thing you can do is try to get into the market right away and just watch and just observe how it's looking. So William tried the spamming technique today. Did not work. Good to know. Good to know. Ooh, would you rather have a Harley Q Steve Pugh or the secret rare skateboard Viva Las Vegas is asking? This is such a tough question, actually. I'll give pros for each because I just want to, so you guys can like hear how my mind is thinking about things, basically. So Harley Quinn Steve Pugh is an amazing collectible. I don't have either of these actually. So that's a season 1 ultra rare, which is going to be big time. Any season 1s are going to be big. Steve Pugh, the amount of editions is very few, so there's not many editions at all. It's definitely going to be a very rare collectible. Everybody knows Harley Quinn, first edition, so that's going to be big time, right? I mean, huge fan base. And the fact that it's season 1 and most people don't have that set, pretty limited. Now, the skateboard, that's a big skateboard company. Lincoln is no joke. I mean, in the skateboard community, that's a big time brand. I know we just don't have many skateboard, we don't have the skateboard community here yet, I would say. There's definitely skateboard fans. I mean, shout out to Willow Kid. I know he's a big skateboard fan. But I feel like the actual community itself isn't just yet here at VeVe. But I think when that does happen eventually at some point, maybe we see Tony Hawk collectibles, etc. I think Lincoln is a pretty big company in the skateboard world. And the fact that there's probably only about like 100 of those circulating for the public, because the VeVe team takes a few of those. That's a super limited gold skateboard. And for me, I love gold too. So this is a hard choice, actually. I think season 1 is going to be iconic. So I think Steve Pugh could get out of hand real quick. But, the gold looks amazing. Skateboard is pretty sweet. But it's a season 3. I mean, it is a designer con exclusive. There's so many things to think about, right? I mean, it's hard. I don't think you can make a wrong decision there. I mean, if you go skateboard, I don't think you made a wrong decision. If you went Harley Quinn, I don't think you made the wrong decision. I would probably lean with the Harley Quinn Steve Pugh. Maybe I'm just a little bit more biased though because I love season 1. But the secret rare skateboard is one that would be, I'd be thinking about that one a lot. I mean, I love that skateboard. I love the all gold. I love the fact that there's so few editions of that, right? Maybe only 100 available to the public. It's a tough one. I don't even want to give you one or the other. There's a side of me that would rather have that season 1, right? The season 1 Steve Pugh. But there's a side of me that loves the gold. And I like skateboarding too. I mean, I just never skateboarded myself, but I mean, I played all the video games. I would have loved to skateboard if I could. I'm a big fan of Tony Hawk. I like the whole community, the industry, the sport. I just can't do it myself. So that's a tough question. Actually, that's a really hard question right there. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. What would you rather have, the Harley Quinn Steve Pugh or the secret rare skateboard? I think aesthetic-wise, I would rather have the skateboard because I just love the gold, love that, love the way the skateboard decks look in general as artwork. And I think Lincoln's an awesome skateboard company. But I think value, meaningful-wise, I mean, season 1, ultra rare, maybe Harley Quinn wins that. New sub. Hey, appreciate you big time. Appreciate you big time. So it takes a little bit. Everybody's different. Some people get theirs right away. And then some people it takes 30 minutes to an hour. The unfortunate part is when you get yours after the market opens. I mean, that just is unfortunate. Happens sometimes, and you just gotta live with it. But I would say for the most part, you will get it before the market opens. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. It's all good, brother. All good, Goku in Utique. He said, I'm here on every drop, but forgot to sub. My bad. I appreciate you just supporting anyway. Just being here, subbing. All of it helps big time. This one is going to be big. Going to buy 10 in the commons in the open market. Yeah, I think I'm going to stack up and get a few commons as well. Maybe some uncommons. Now, it's going to be hard. I think the floor in this one, I think this is going to be one of those examples to where we're all trying to buy the floor and it's just going to come up with error, unable to reserve, right? And that's going to get frustrating. So I think my plan in this is to, when the market opens, maybe try right away, get those floor ones, but maybe scroll down this time. Maybe I actually do pay a little bit extra for a couple, common ones. But if this one turns out to be as big as people are saying it is, then that could end up being a good decision. But it all depends on how much the price is, because right now I don't have too many gems in my account right now. So even if I just get one, I'll be happy with it. But if you can stack up on this one, I think it will definitely be a good play. Pazmanian said, got to go. See y'all next week. I'm skipping Storm tomorrow. Okay, awesome, Paz. I'll see you next week. Appreciate you stopping by. Good luck next week too, brother. Crypto Scholar said, if you spam too fast, it hangs until you stop spamming. Then buy screen comes up. I switched to the the Johnny Dunn way because of this. Let's go. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, they have success with the spamming it, and then sometimes they don't on certain drops. So not positive. Rich J got one. Let's go. Oh no way. Willow, that's a tough one to miss too. He said I got distracted the day Da Vinci dropped. I know the pain. Look back at my phone 3 minutes after 11. Oh, the worst. Let me I'm gonna post on Twitter actually. I'm gonna see who else got one. Let's go. Thought I hit by now. Too late. Thought I hit by now. A little too late today, actually, but I guess the VeVe guys decided it was right on time. Fantastic. 4. Let's go. Vinny Chase said, no luck tonight, but good night, fellas. Congrats to all who got one. Good chatting with y'all. Appreciate you, Vinny, for tuning in. Unfortunately, you didn't get one today, but stay tuned for the weekend. I mean, a big drop coming up. Definitely a good chance to get one as well. Is it safe to say what I got publicly? Oh, is it safe to say what number I got publicly? I mean, absolutely. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I don't think there's anything wrong if you do. Josh Johnson said, if I get a rare or a secret rare, I'm going to start a YouTube. Let's go. Hey, man, if you get anything, start a YouTube. I mean, I'll support you. I'm sure everybody else in the community will support you. Definitely start a YouTube up. Just do it just because you want to, have fun with it. And make your first YouTube video something like the title, I got a secret rare, so I started a YouTube channel. Let's go. Dang, Getsy did not get one. Should I pick one up in the market? Not financial advice, but I'm going to pick one up in the market, I think. Even though I got one, I'm going to try to probably pick up another. Not positive. Even if I didn't get one, I would definitely pick one up in the market. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Still holding hope that just one comic drop. I'll get an exclusive. Secret rare. Until then, come again. Even a common for this drop is still solid. Absolutely. Biscuits got one. Let's go. I feel like everyone got one today. Almost. Let's see here. Got one on the rebound. Let me just fast forward a lot of these chat. Let me catch up. Sorry if I missed you guys. Let's go. Lincoln is massive. I'm holding my Disney collectibles. I mean, not financial advice. You can do whatever you want, but I think Disney's going to be big time. I mean, I'm someone who's after premium licensed digital collectibles from major IP brands. Like, that's really what I'm about. I think that'll be the most successful. I think that'll be the safest investments too. These are just my opinions and like my strategies. I mean, that's why I always joke. I mean, it's a joke now because of how much I say it, but like when I say premium licensed digital assets or premium licensed digital collectibles, it's because I really believe in it. You know, I believe in licensed NFTs from major brands. So Disney is the biggest brand that we've ever seen yet on the VvnFT app. So I think, you know, just long term, even short term, Disney's going to be big time. Because can you imagine how many other collectibles and other things that we're going to have from Disney? Like, Disney's everything. So I think having, you know, the first ones ever, the golden moments, right, to celebrate Disney Plus Day, I think it's just going to be iconic. I really do. I mean, imagine Buzz Lightyear. That's going to be just a huge collectible in itself. And that's just a mini fraction of what Disney owns, right? Yeah, definitely tough decisions. When Tony Hawk, Tony Hawk's in the NFTs. I mean, shout out to Tony, man. I put a comment on one of his Instagram posts a while back, a little bit ago now. I said, check out the VV app and all this kind of stuff. So hopefully, you know, he saw it. I do love the gold, man. A lot of people would rather have the Steve Pugh. It's a, you know, it's a season one. It's a big time season one collectible. I would love to have that collectible. Jason, I did get one today. Yep. I just used my one tap, one kill. What's the deal? One tap, one drop. What's the deal? Oh, Kurt, actually, you know what's funny? I didn't have the gems for the gold dunny, so wasn't able to get the gold one, but I got the red one on the drop. So I'm just holding the red dunny. So I definitely think, you know, that's one of my favorite ones for sure. Is it still worth trying to get rebounds? People still have success. I would say it's a little bit too late right now. You know, 20 minutes after drop, probably too late, but why would anyone skip Storm? I mean, he might have something to do. I mean, where he just maybe isn't the biggest fan of it. You know, maybe he's waiting for something else. We're at the luxury of being able to go for every drop right now, but there's going to come a point in time where we have to kind of pick and choose, right? I mean, Storm, I thought maybe I'd pass at first too, or I mean, I thought maybe I'd flip for more gems to go after some more season one collectibles I want to stock up on. I may not finish the set on yet, but I think, you know, having the first X-Men NFT, I think that would be big, and this is going to be considered the first X-Men NFT. Coffee Gate, baby. I might tweet that out today. I may because I don't think really the public's heard Coffee Gate. I think you guys just made it up in the chat today. So I may do that. I may shout out the whole entire chat today. I may put out a tweet like shout out to the chat for coming up with Coffee Gate today, how to get mine in. I think that'd be great. What's the elbow cough? Got one elbow cough. Is that you don't have one? I'm not sure. Kelvin got one on the rebound. Let's go. So rebounds still work. I think just a few minutes after, maybe. Wow, 440 is huge. I'm not sure what the lowest mints on the comic or in the comics are right now. I forget what the lowest mints are, but 440 is super low. I think I just saw somebody get a 366 comic, which is crazy low too. We don't know just yet. We don't know just yet. I am going to go for Storm tomorrow. I just don't know which rarity yet. It depends on how many gems I have. If I get a secret rare Storm, I may try to flip that one, honestly. And then I'll just double back and maybe get like a rare and a common or something like that. Just because I already have the Spider-Man secret rare, I already have the Captain America secret rare. I think I might rather have the gems for it. But if it's selling for too low and, I don't have enough, or I'm not able to sell for enough gems than I think I should get for it, then I'm okay with just holding it. I'm not going to sell for like a crazy low amount just for the gems. It could be all different variables tomorrow. Like a secret rare could be, $300. Ultra rare could be like $200. Rare might be 100. I really don't know what they're gonna do, but I think they might have different options. I could be wrong. I haven't seen the details just yet. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Warm lemon water and vitamin D. That is definitely what I need more of, for sure, for sure. And I think a lot of it is just I feel like every time I come on stream, I feel fine, but then after I'm down here for a while, I start feeling all congested. I think it's just the air quality down in my basement. It's just not great right now. Much love, Master Dunn. Got 3 today, 1 mint in the 900s. Oh, that's fire, man. That's fire. I just picked up a 900 mint Spider-Man common comic book, actually. I didn't have any comic books in the like sub 1000, so I said, you know what? I want to get at least one comic book that's sub 1000. So picked up a 947 or 940, 949, I think it was. 949 Amazing Spider-Man, #1. Yeah, that's the way I see it. I really do. I mean, nothing against the smaller brands or even the artists, right? I think artists are incredible, and I think they're going to have their own place and do really well too. Especially some of the famous artists, or maybe, even just some of the non A-list top tier artists. I think there's going to be room on VeVe to have incredible art from the big brands, the smaller artists, the bigger artists, literally everybody. So it's just for me. I just love having, the first ever of a huge brand that everybody's loved for, thousands of years already. Smash that like button. Appreciate you. Fun under the sun. Let's go. Oh, cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the DraftKings NFTs, I think they did a good job at making it accessible and easy for everybody. It's just they're not really that premium 3D collectible quality, but they are top quality too. I mean, in their own right. I mean, Tom Brady's a huge sponsor with them. I think the cards that they have could be pretty cool. Um, what happens when they lose the licensing? They re-sign for a longer licensing deal. I mean, the thing is though, like this is actually a solid question. It's a reasonable question for sure. Definitely a valid question too. I mean, I think it's really going to depend, right? I mean, say they sign a deal with Disney like they did, right? I don't know the details, right, of their relationship or their contract, but just say, for example, it's 5 years, right? Now, the amount of money that they're going to make in the first year alone, I think they would restructure that contract to go at least 10 years. I mean, just think about it. What Disney's already making. Disney is already now making a constant royalty for the rest of their lives, for the rest of the world, every single day, every single hour, without having to ship physical products anywhere. The amount of money that they're saving and making from VeVe is going to be unbelievable, to where they're going to get to a point where they're saying, we want to be with VeVe for life. Just how I see it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that doesn't happen, right? But again, say they lose licensing, say worst case scenario happen. Maybe they don't make all this money, or maybe they don't like the money that they're making. God forbid whatever happens, right? They lose the licensing, and maybe, it goes somewhere else, right? I don't think it'll happen, but just say it does. I think that's why these FAs are going to be even more important if that's the case. The first appearance of, Homer and Bart, the first appearance of Star Wars, the first appearance of Walt and Mickey. I mean, if they release Star Wars ever again on some other platform, etc., it's not going to be the first appearance of R2D2, first appearance of C3PO. Like, it's not going to be the first appearance. So again, it all goes back to these first appearances. The famous P word. Something like that big. I think that if they did, I think they would make sure that the app's perfect. I mean, the social feed, the drops, everything's ironed out perfect. There's no problems. That's what I think. Yeah, man. Pixel Trader asks, "What do you think Walt will be worth in a year or two? I think it could explode after OpenSea and more publicity." I'm not sure on the exact numbers. I really don't, because it's the first time where we've seen something with this many additions really kind of skyrocket so quickly too. But again, it shows you how big of a brand Disney is, right? I mean, everybody knows Disney. I think it could be gigantic. I really do. I mean, the Comey team has even said it. I mean, the one AMA with Taps and Reese, he's even said it's probably going to be up there, or they expect it to be up there with the Donnies, the Marvel Comics #1. Like, it's another huge, huge, huge moment in time. This is history. This is Walt Disney. Like, ooh. Kurt said unpopular opinion. Ultra rare Dragon Girl over Superman. I think he just wanted to see a reaction from me on that one. That's a tough one, man. I mean, I could argue both of them. I think my bias leans with Dragon Girl, but I mean, Superman is iconic. Superman, if it blows up and is like 100K one day, 50K, 20K, it wouldn't surprise me one bit, because this is Superman. This is the first appearance of Superman. And on top of that, the benefits on VeVe, it's a full solo set. So I think Superman's going to be iconic. Top Batman's going to be iconic. Um, but again, my baby, Ultra Rare Dragon Girl, the way it looks, it's the first fine art piece, the first artist alley, right? I mean, to capture the moment of the final set in season 1, there's only 888 of them. I could go on about that piece. Yeah, Flipping Storm with the 8.5% tax is also tough. That's what I mean. Like, if it's too low in the market right away, and I get, say, a secret rare, I wouldn't sell it. I would just hold it and just add it to the collection. But if it's a secret rare, it's going for 5K, pushing 6K, 7K right away, I may think about flipping it. But I mean, if it's only 1,000, I would just hold. Ah, man, so tough. I think, Getsy, do you not have an R2D2? If you don't have one and you have multiple Superman, that's probably the only way I would be able to do it. They are. That's the thing. Like, I don't see. I think that comes with a lot of insecurity. I mean, when you're only talking about how good your project is, a lot of times other people will look at that and they say, they kind of get mad about that. But I want every NFT project to do well. Whether it's a 10K generative project, an art project. I want every NFT platform on OpenSea, off of OpenSea, to do well and succeed, because I really believe the more NFT projects that do well, succeed, it'll just help more people get into that space. And everybody's a fan of something at the end of the day. So I really believe, since VeVe has something for everybody, the more that people that get into the space, they'll funnel into the projects and the brands that they really like. And I think VeVe will just be the #1 project. So for me, I mean, I want everybody to succeed. But when I constantly say how I think VeVe is the best, I think a lot of times other people kind of have a little bit of insecurity with that, I feel like. But I want everybody to do well. I want the whole space to succeed, the whole space to flourish. I really think NFTs will be here forever. I really do. Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, I think I should show you how blessed you were to get that secret rare yesterday, Brendan. So shout out to you, brother. That's gonna be a big one, man. I think that will be huge, especially your low mint too. I mean, just to get a secret rare is big. The market is open. Let's go. All right, so the common Doctor Doom is going for $12.99 right now, $14.99. If I can get this $14 one, I'll buy it. Nope, unable to reserve. I thought I was gonna go pretty quick. Yeah, it's $14.99, $19.99. Why is that 14 still there? Nope. So it's about 19, $20 right now. Okay, so now it's 13, 15. So if you can get it like under 20, like 15, that's a steal, I think. Especially like under 15. All right, so the uncommon's going for 50, 65. The rare's going for 189, 190. The ultra rare is going for 590, then 599, 600. Again, there's only 10 in the market of the ultra rare. There's only 9 secret rares, 3.5K. So I got a common today. It just got delivered. See, I like the fact that it got delivered though quickly. It's a pretty low mint comment. I mean, not crazy low, but 8,522. I'm cool with that. So I'll just probably hold on to it, I think. Nothing crazy, but we got one at least. The good thing about getting drops is, I mean, for master collector points, you get 25 points just for getting something in the store. So on a drop. So if you looking for those master collector points, I mean, drops help. They add up big time. Extra Superman. If you have extra one, then maybe it's okay to do that with. But just know Superman's gonna be huge. Yeah, they do. They really do. Okay, I haven't looked at the details. Maybe the details are out yet. I think they are actually out. I haven't really looked at the details just yet. Storm is blind box. Awesome. Okay. 155. Yeah, real low, real low. There might be. I might have to sell some collectibles. Upgrade my situation. Yeah, for real. I might have to. Humidifier. Yep. I have to sell some collectibles for some. The Ghost Bears, Brendan. So I think the edition counts are super low. This is kind of like their test run, right, for this artist that they introduced. This is his first drop ever, so you can definitely bet that there's gonna be more drops from him in the future. And since it's so, I mean, I think there's only 888, right, of the ultra rare. It's pretty cheap right now, I think too. So I think that's a good one to stack up, possibly. I don't love the artwork on them, but I mean, I still like them. They're pretty cool looking. If I had the extra gems, I'd probably get this set. Ooh. Let's see. Most underrated comic and collectible in your opinion? Ooh. I would have to think about this one. This is a good question. Underrated underrated comic. Now I'm not the comic expert, but underrated right now. Marvel Comics #1 finally got some love. It's getting up there to about $100 for the common. I still think Amazing Spider-Man #1. I mean, I just flipped a couple of those commons when they're before the run up, just because I wanted to get at least a sub K mint number Amazing Spider-Man #1. I think that one is pretty underrated still. I mean, I don't know how that's still not even like half the price of the Marvel Comics #1. I think that's definitely underrated. Collectible, most underrated collectible right now. There's so many, I think. There really is. Super underrated, I think. I still think Harley Quinn FA is underrated. I still think FA Joker's underrated, but they're a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones I'll mention. Like the FA Batman Who Laughs. That's pretty underrated, I think. I think a lot of the unicornos are still underrated. I really do. I think the unicornos from season 1's underrated. I think let's see, what else is there? I think Catwoman's underrated. Let's go. All right, so Alex just released some updates on Discord regarding MCP. One of them is that Comic Secret Rare will grant 6 points now. Let's go. So definitely, I think the marketplace will definitely go boom. This is funny because this is really gonna make a lot of people who are complaining really loud, who caused a huge scene about, they were really upset about how Secret Rares only had a point seven or 0.75 points. They didn't realize that it was just the first draft, right? I mean, VeVe said over and over again that this is just the first draft, first iteration. We want to hear your feedback, etc. And so I think when that happened, it caused a lot of concerns and a lot of people, they just freaked out right away. But I'm glad to see, they're going to double back and they're going to put some updates in there and make a lot of people happy who, who tend to be a little, feel like they, were pretty upset about what the first iteration was. Market is open. Yep. Also, there'll be changes in the lottery system. It'll be a raffle, and you'll be able to buy raffle tickets with no points to increase your chances to get a drop. That makes sense. So people can always just buy more raffle tickets, I guess. Batman over Superman. I mean, yeah, Batman first appearance Batman. I mean, that's the first ever NFT ever to drop. Yeah, I agree with that. Yep, market open, market open. Oh, okay. So he also said if you don't get the drop, your points will go back to you. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So actually, just going off of that, that means that you're saying when if I'm going to use my master collector points for the ladder system, I think originally it was like if you don't get it, then those points would get burned or get away. But now you're saying you keep the points. Interesting. Okay, I think that's good. Brendan, I'm not falling for that one again. Bro, I just got my first secret rare. Let's go. DD, that's huge, man. That's big time. Yeah, that's big time. That's big time. Yep, absolutely. I think people are sleeping on Deadpool too. I mean, that's a big comic. This comic is going nutty right now. Yeah, I think it's gonna go up. I mean, this is a huge comic. Let me see what the secret rare is going for right now. Secret rare is going for 2.9k. Ultra rare is going for 450, I believe. The rare is going for 188. Uncommon's going for 50. Did I see that right? 50? Yeah, 58. And the common's going for 20. So yeah, I think anything under 1520 is a steal. Let's see. Who else got something? Someone just said, man, I missed the old days where you can get 11 comics on drop days. It's a new era. Post Disney. It's a new era post Disney, man. It really is. It really is. Oh, let's see. Crypto Gain said, I don't know what I did to earn such good karma, but I got one on the drop and another on the rebound. Let's go. That's such a good feeling. Nice, solid. I don't think that's a bad play. Unless something bigger just comes out right after that. But we got Nicole in the building. How we doing? How we doing? How'd you do today? Did you get one? Hopefully you got one. Yep. Harnor Gill. I got 2 pending orders. Does that mean I got 2 of them? Yes, it does. You can sit back and relax. That means 2 will get delivered at some point. Oh, okay. Yeah, you thought it was Saturday. Okay. Nope. Unfortunately, it was today. Saturday, we got Storm. Storm is the collectible. Tyler Wynn said or asked a question: are you afraid of mass sell-offs when people are able to cash out? That's a question that was kind of brought up a lot, a few months ago. There was kind of a lot of people were worried about that. But see, I'm on the other end of this. I really don't think it's going to be a bad thing. I think it's going to be a great thing. I mean, it's kind of been FUD, or a lot of people have been kind of fearing this scenario. But this is what a lot of us have been looking forward to for months now. Like for 7 months, we haven't been able to cash out. We've been just wanting to have the ability to cash out. And not only for us who've been in here for a while, so many people have been on the fence and not joined. They haven't joined VeVe because they're whales, right? They have hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, not wanting to put into the VeVe app because you can't withdraw it right away. Once everybody's able to withdraw and you can just cash out anytime you want, they're not going to be afraid to put that money in, and it's going to become a safe investment for a lot of people at that point. And I don't think it's just going to be a flip of the switch. One day everybody can just withdraw and cash out at once. I don't think it would be like that. I think it would be kind of in waves. They talked about how, the first wave of people that will be able to cash out are the people who are most active and those who have a big gem balance to kind of test it out and see how it works. So I don't think it's just going to be a flip of the switch to where everybody can just cash out. I do think, over time, everybody will be able to eventually. But in the very beginning, it's just going to be probably, a group of people and then slowly build its way. Yeah, that's one Harley Quinn that I've definitely been wanting to get. If you're talking about the Steve Pugh, being here since season 1, I was trying to target all the season 1 collectibles at one point, but some of them got away from me, like the Donnie and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, Harley Quinn Steve Pugh is definitely going to be a huge collectible. I think that's going to be really sought after. It's just such a limited one. I think all the ones in that first red and black set or black and red set, I think the Terry Dobson will be big time too. Even the other 2 uncommons will be big. But I think that Terry Dobson and the Steve Pugh one will be big for sure. So it's definitely tough to buy the comics. I haven't tried, but you're probably coming up with the error. So, like for instance, all right, so the floor is $14 right now, but if you try to buy the floor $13 right now, it'll probably say like error. So what I've learned I've had to do, and it's kind of unfortunate if it does dip because you just end up paying a little bit more. So instead of coming up here buying the floor and trying to buy that, because like if you try to buy the floor, that's already sold out, so you can't. But all right, whatever the floor is, $13. Come down here. All right, that's sold out. Basically, by the time you come down to try to buy now, you won't be able to. So what I've had to do is kind of just scroll down. Maybe I buy one that's like $32 or $33, and that's how I'm able to do it. So if you believe in the collectible or the comic, you think it's still going to go up in value. Like that's what I had to do with Homer and Bart. I had to buy a $200 Homer and Bart when the floor was $70. I was trying to buy it for so long, 70, 75, 80. I couldn't. So I just said, you know what? I'm locking this one in. Scrolled all the way down. I was trying to buy one for $250. It said unable to reserve. I was like, what is happening? Finally, I got the one that said 200. I was able to buy it. And so we see where Bart's at now, 900, 800. So sometimes if you have to, it doesn't always work out to your benefit. I mean, you could just dip back down. You bought it for 33. It could end up being, 20. But I think if you really believe in the collectible or comic, sometimes it's best just to lock one in. Yeah, it could already be happening, Brendan. I'm not positive on the details just yet. Yeah, we're definitely still basically in beta. Just got a comment for 14. Oh, that's solid. Yeah, I think that's definitely a good bet. Can you give info on the storm drop? Yeah, let me try to bring it up real quick. Let's see. But there's going to be a blind box coming up Saturday. It's going to drop 8 a.m. Let's see here. We don't have, I don't think we have the edition count or details just yet, do we? We might. Let me check up the details. Let me find the details. I don't think we have the Medium article just yet on Storm. But we do know some's coming with animation. It is a blind box. We got a common. We got the uncommon. Got the rare, ultra rare, and the secret rare. Again, the ultra rare and the secret rare are animated. Rory, he got one. Let's go. Hey, Daniel, how we doing? How we doing, brother? Yeah, and I agree, Getsy. I mean, I did see that video, and it is unfortunate because I think that is a possibility of what's happening on the marketplace. Just because by the time, like, we can't scroll down and click in time. But I mean, there's ways around it, right? I mean, it doesn't always work in your benefit. Like I said, you can try to scroll down. If you don't want to scroll down, I mean, that's probably your best bet, especially with the way the system is now, how we can read it in the marketplace. But I think if you really want to lock one in, you end up paying maybe $5 or $10 more. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, unfortunately. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's hard to snipe low mints because everybody can see the low mints now. Ooh, the best S1 collectibles to have for long term. Whew. I think there's a lot. I think you can't go wrong having any of the Batman, right, in the first set. Just because they're all first edition, first appearance. I think FA Joker, FA Batman, FA Penguin, FA Harley Quinn. These are all collectibles I love. S1 season 1 for their future. Even Back to the Future, even the DeLorean cars. So it's the first ever car that's ever on the app. So I think when they have, the old school classic cars, you got, the futuristic cars. I think to look back in time to have the first ever car will be iconic, and that's season 1. A season 1 collectible is one of my favorites. I still wish I had duplicates of is Ritmo. Don't have duplicate Ritmos anymore, but I think Ritmo being the first, I like historical events, right? So it's part of history. Ritmo is the first fully animated ever collectible. That's part of season 1. I think that's going to be iconic. Me, Brendan, no, I wouldn't. I would, if I had a duplicate, if I had a duplicate Penguin still, I would just hold it still. Ooh, 2 Todds or 1 Rizzo. For me, if you're going after the full set, then it might be best to have Rizzo too. If you're going strictly over ROI, I think long term, it'd be better to have 2 Todds. I really think Todd will flip Rizzo at some point eventually. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I do think eventually it will happen. And then once you have 2 Todds, you're set up in a little bit better position, I feel like, because say if you only have 1 Todd, 1 Rizzo, that's amazing. I mean, it's an amazing collection, but now you can't really sell one, right? I mean, you could sell one of the Rizzos or one of the Todds, but you're probably going to be attached to it at that point. So if you had 2 Todds, you could at least hold 1 Todd forever. That's your baby, and then you could sell 1 Todd for a good amount of money one day. Solid. Someone else said 2 Todds as well. I think Todd is just big time, right? I mean, it seemed crazy when people said, asked the question, is Todd going to flip Rizzo? But I really think it will. I was kind of, 50-50 on it. I could have arguments for why Rizzo would be better, why Todd would be better. I wasn't really positive. Kind of was leaning Todd, but over time, it just became more and more clear that Todd is easily going to be the number 1 collectible, I think, in season 1. I think so. Because it's just the first ever NFT on the app, right? It has a chance to be number 1 collectible of all time. It really does. It's just not there yet. Because what happens is when you have an amount of editions like 7,500, you have 7,500 people willing to take profits at a little bit, cheaper than probably what it would be worth, as opposed to when you only have, say, 800 editions of a collectible. You only have 800 people to set that floor. And then Ghostbusters. I think Ghostbusters big time too. Having the first Ghostbusters car came out in season 2 though. So the only season 1 collectibles from Ghostbusters would be the Stay Puffed. What's Stay Puffed at right now? At 320. I've seen it as low as 180, but I've seen it higher than 320 too. The Ghost Sign 415. So Starfire it does have the first animation. I mean, with the fire, it is animated. But even David Yu put out an Instagram post specifically talking about how Ripmo was specifically made to be the first fully animated collectible. So you are right. Starfire is amazing, and it does have the first animation. The fire is animated, but Ripmo is technically the first fully animated. So I think both are going to be huge. Everything is cool and fun. No one is talking about the cash out option. So I think a lot of people have talked about the cash out option. Shout out to you for just joining if you're just tuning in. But I think we talk about the cash out option all the time, actually. I think what I said before was that we're eventually going to be able to convert these gems into US dollars. It's going to be happening really soon. The first wave of users, it's going to be for those people, the first wave of users who have a big gem balance, who, were probably one of the most active people on the app. They're going to have the first chance to convert their gems into US dollars. But eventually everybody will be able to. How comic count as a collectible? Daniel said. So comics will count as collectibles at some point. Like right now, if you look on your profile, it says 309 collectibles for me, and then when I'm looking at my screen, not viewing my profile, it says 435 collectibles. Right now, the comics and collectibles are kind of separated, but soon it will count as comics will count as collectibles. Yeah, I think the only way to beat it for now is just to really scroll down a little bit. It's not ideal, but I think it will get fixed soon. I think they will take care of it. So that's the other thing, right? I mean, the VeVe team, they're smart, right? I mean, they're geniuses. They see everything that's going on, so they know. Um, I think that's a benefit of being in a closed ecosystem right now because they're able to see what's going on. But Daniel, hopefully that answered your question about how does a comic count as a collectible? Like it will soon. Absolutely. I believe so. Really, what's the Mickey hat at right now? Let's see. Well, it's still at 2.8K. I thought the high I saw it was at 3K. Yeah, I agree. Penguin is definitely slept on. I think comics will show on the profile and showroom. Absolutely, I think it will soon. Oh wow, I didn't even see the hat when it was at 4.5K. That's a lot. Um, Gem appraisal for a blind box tomorrow, JD. Um, good question. Good question. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do tomorrow. I'm really not sure what tomorrow's gonna be. I don't really have a confident guess on what I think tomorrow is gonna bring. It is gonna be a blind box. Let's see. Let's see. I don't really know. I don't have a guesses for you guys right now. I don't have my predictions for the gems. What I think it's gonna be tomorrow. Let's see. Let's see if VeVe tweeted out any updates or anything. Nope. 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 Will you show the AMA? Um, Kelvin, where'd you hear that about the updates? Because I haven't seen that yet. I'm trying to find where you found that. AMA tonight. Yeah, let me know what time it is again. I forget offhand what time it is. I'll definitely stream that though. Ooh. Selling a Walt for a gold ape and have gems left over. Oh man, it's tough. That's tough. I mean, if it was me, I couldn't do that personally. Even though I love gold, it's like trading one gold for another one. For me personally, I know how much Disney means and like Walt Disney to not just me, but everybody in the world. And even though I like those, excuse me, even though I like those apes a lot, and extra large is a big brand in itself. And I love the gold, obviously, it looks cool. But I think for me, I wouldn't be able to trade my Walt for um, the gold ape, even with the less editions. I mean, it's super rare. Now you could try to time it if you were okay with, you know, possibly picking the wrong decision, but possibly picking the right decision too. For me, I like to just hodl in those situations and just play it safe. But if you wanted to, get a little risky and try to make some moves, there's other ways to play it. I mean, who knows? The gold ape with such few additions could skyrocket. I mean, maybe it ends up working out for you to where you sell your Walt, you buy that gold ape doubles, you sell it, and then you go back and buy Walt if it dips. Like there's so many ways you can play it. It just is all about timing, and it takes a little luck, right? Too, but it can work out if you're on the good side of the stick. But if you're on the bad side of the short end of the stick, um, you may miss the boat on Walt if you sell it. So it's a tough one for me. I wouldn't be able to do that. How awesome does Matt Frowning's gold signature? How awesome does the gold base of that Homer or the skateboard look with the signature? I think it looks amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll stream that for sure. Definitely. Um, That's what I'm thinking. Can we rewind your speculation on the Hitmonkey? The price is solid. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was gonna be pretty solid. I mean, Hitmonkey. The thing about Hitmonkey is it's such a super limited edition count, right? To where I really think something with such a super limited account or super limited edition count, I think it will do well. Even if it's not the biggest name brand, I think having these timed movie releases will be big, definitely. Right now, the common Hitmonkey is about $65 in the market. The uncommon Hitmonkey is $75. To me, right off the bat, that seems like an opportunity. Then we have the rare 152, the ultra rare 450, and then the secret rare is at 3K. Still haven't got my comic, Tyler Wynn. Yeah, I mean, you will. I mean, it's unfortunate the market's open and you didn't get yours yet. That's just part of how it works sometimes, unfortunately. But you will get yours. It will come in soon. Right, exactly. Cloud check. This is something that you could time it and end up being right because of this. Um, Cloud check said Gold Ape might be the better play for the shorter term, as I don't see Disney jumping on board with Immutable X for a while. Extra large will probably be one of the first to allow it, and that's a great. It's a great point. Absolutely. I mean, we don't know for sure if Disney's going to be one of the brands to allow interoperability or maybe not right away. But we can almost guarantee that all the artists' work will be, and a lot of the decon work will be. So that's why I went back and said, it all depends on how you want to play it, right? Do you want to get risky and try to time it? It could be fun, right? And you could end up working out being the better decision. I mean, maybe Disney dips a little bit and you end up timing it perfect. But just for me, like I was saying, if it was my decision, I could go that route and play it. But something like Walt, I just didn't want to risk it and miss the boat on having that. I mean, I do have two Walts, so maybe I would be in the position to be able to take that chance more so than only having one. But just my decision. I'm just gonna chill. But that you could. I'm not saying that decision's wrong though. So all depends how you want to play it. Oh, nice, Brandon. You got the physical hit monkey. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Congrats. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, we just are in a blessed situation to where we can just press a click of a button and have the comfort, luxury of our home, and it gets delivered to us instantly. Not instantly, but pretty darn close to instantly. I think if you can get anywhere from like 15 to 20, 25, 25 is like a little bit, I would say, I think 15 to 20. That's what, what's the prices going for right now? Lowest is 21. So I think any to 25, if you can get it. Let's go. Oh, Sebastian has a good question here. Sebastian wrote, should I buy R2D2 or the first VvNFT Batman? Woo! Now R2D2 is amazing. First Star Wars ever. I mean, it's gonna be iconic. But I think personally, if I didn't have a Todd McFarlane FA first VvNFT Batman yet, I would make sure I had one of those. That would be one of the first ones I really target. It's a lot of money right now, over $2,000, I think, but it's the first ever VV NFT. So if you believe in VV, if you believe VV is going to be here for the next couple of years, decades, just imagine owning the first ever VV NFT. It could moon, could moon. This is actually a good question here. Someone said, did the same person do all the Disney moments? No, I'm not actually sure about that. Not actually sure about that. I only have a one, two. I think I have one sub 100 right now. Yeah, I only have one right now. It's the Catwoman. It's a 68. 68. Yep. It's Catwoman sub 100. That's my baby. I'm actually willing to let her go though for more gems right now. Yeah, everyone's asking these hard questions. Aside from a flex, does a high MCP unlock anything? So it will give you a better chance to get into some of these drops. It'll be like a lottery system type thing to where you're going to be able to wager those master collector points, and you're actually going to be able to use them to have a better chance at some of these drops. You're betting twice on the market if you buy the Batman. Go with R2D2. I mean, someone else said R2D2 over the Batman. I mean, it's a tough call because I think both are going to be amazing. Let's see what R2D2's price is right now. I haven't checked what R2D2 was. Let's compare both prices here. So R2D2 is 2.2K with 364 available in the market. Then we have Batman, 124 left in the market and 2.5K. It'd be hard for me to not say the season 1 first ever NFT over. Or I'm sorry, it'd be hard for me to say pick the R2D2 over the first ever Vvnft season 1. I'm still going with Top Batman, I think. Ooh, see, I'm not sure about a dip. We never know when dips can happen. I mean, it's been a trend no matter how many people we've had. If we see a big IP drop, a big brand that drops, the market tends to dip because people need to sell to get those gems. Now, we've never experienced, post Disney when a big IP drops after Disney. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see how it reacts because we have so many more people now. I think maybe the dips may not be as big as before, possibly. That could definitely be happening. Exactly. 30K editions is nothing considering everyone will want Master Collector Program points. Brendan, exactly how I am too, man. I delist things all the time. Good, good thing we don't have to pay for every time we list and delist, right? Yeah. Eventually your time will come with the secret rare Kame. That's how I am too. I'm just waiting until I get one. I'm not able to buy one in the market, so I am just gonna wait until I grab one. That could definitely be a possibility, J Man. J Man's thinking people might sell their Doctor Doom comic and grab more Disney's. This is a good point. Um, this is something to go over in the future. I mean, for future drops that happen, Kurt talked about this right here. I don't think it's worth to sell for tomorrow's drop because you don't even know if you'll be able to get it on the drop unless you absolutely want to get that storm in the secondary. And that's exactly how I feel too. So that's great advice right there. Great opinions. To where basically what he's saying is I wouldn't necessarily sell off your big duplicates or your big collectibles just for a drop chance because chances are you probably won't be able to get that drop. And then by the time you have to go back in the market to get the collectibles you just sold, they're probably going to increase in value. So we've seen that happen a lot with the Walt Disney drop. A lot of people unfortunately sold some collectibles for the Walt drop, missed the Walt, tried going back, and by then it was kind of out of reach. So I think going in the future, try to hold on to those collectibles if you can. I wouldn't just sell them for a drop that you may not get. I don't think not yet, but it should be definitely coming soon. So stay tuned today. I think a lot of people are saying it's definitely a hold. It's definitely a big comic. Hey, appreciate you big time, big time. Appreciate that. So, yo, chat, hit that like and subscribe. This man's consistent with VV drop streams. Respect. Much love, much love. Oh, okay, so it's just rumors. I want Kelvin to come back. Let me know where he heard all these rumors from. Because the one thing that I was talking about is like, if all the points that if the master collector program points that we have, right, if they're not burned, I feel like that would just incentivize people to pay for master collector program points. And I think they want to try to eliminate people trying to pay for their chances, because it's all about like basically giving people an opportunity to, you know, rank up without having to just be a whale and pay. So I think actually I kind of like the fact that the master collector program points are kind of burned, because that way I think it'll incentivize people, if they weren't burned, to just keep paying for points basically. Let's go. No FOMO said I like your music, JD. Appreciate you big time. Appreciate you. Real Talk said, is Ecomi your only crypto play? So I love a lot of other cryptos. If I had a lot of money, I would be in probably a lot of other cryptos. Like I'll just go a few. I watch a lot right now just because I don't have the money to be in a lot. I'm all in on Omi and VeVe right now. Obviously, I love Ethereum. I like Bitcoin. I even think Bitcoin Cash will be big. I mean, as we see the Lightning Network develop more, be integrated with Twitter, all these other social platforms, I think Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, I think the whole network will really be big eventually. I think it's just kind of old right now. People kind of like overlook it. But Jack Dorsey is going to use that with Twitter, and I think other crypto or other social media companies as well. I think Chainlink will be big. Cardano, I think it's just still too early. But I think if you're able to sit on Cardano for another 3 years, I think it'll be gigantic. And then XRP, I think XRP will win the case. It's just my opinion, it's not financial advice. And once it does, I think it's gonna be big for the whole crypto space in general. So, I mean, you just saw the Staples Center is going to be now called Crypto.com Arena. I mean, 2022 is going to be the year of crypto, the year of NFTs, the year of VeVe. It's going that way. Kelvin saying Discord. Let's see here. Yeah, so you can pay for a Master Collector Pro, absolutely. So that's one thing you can do. Master Collector Pro will be big too. I mean, that gives away people to get into the Master Collector Pro program if they don't have the points ranked up for it. Yeah, FA Storm. I got a comment today. What do you mean this statue is going to get played? I'm not sure what you mean by that. It's an FA. They did say how many Captain America commons were burned, but I forget offhand the exact number. So Kelvin said in the Discord they mentioned it. Oh, okay, okay. Cool. So Well, if Alex said it, then it probably would be true. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely. There's so many things I got to do right now. I got to get on. I got to get on the ball with it. I got to make a little private group. It probably will be on Discord, something like that. And then also the memberships are coming with the YouTube channel, all that kind of good stuff. Definitely coming soon. Appreciate you for reminding me. Definitely. And drop some nuggets. Yeah, I mean, if Pokemon comes, it'll be crazy. Oh yeah, please don't miss the AMA. Let's go. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. XRP to the moon. Yeah, JQ. I think it is. I mean, I think it is inevitable. I really do. Master Collector Discord. Let's go. Check Twitter. New update. Oh, Master Collector 2. Let's go. All right, so new update, Master Collector Program 2. Again, this is a work in progress. All right, let's see here. All right, one-off points. So 100 points when completing new user onboarding. 100 points received when completing a set. 25 points when purchasing collectibles in the store. 15 points when purchasing collectibles in the market. Yep. Daily recurring points. 1 point is given for each collectible owned. If duplicate collectibles are held, these will be subject to diminishing points. Second collectible, 0.75 points. Third collectible, 0.35 points. 4 collectibles or more, 0.1 points. Let's see here. Collectible bonus points. Rarity bonus, 0.25 points for the rare, 0.5 points for the ultra rare, 5 points for the secret rare. Low edition points, 0.5 points for collectibles with a sub 300 mint. So now, I'm actually taking one of my collectibles off the market because it's a sub 300. Or is it? Maybe I did take it off the market already. But the low mints are now sub 300. So anything below 300, great mint to have. So that even includes my Cryptkin. Let's go. So let's see what the floor is on the Cryptkins real quick. So mine would fit in. Yeah, so right now, there's some sub 300s that are kind of cheap. 185 Cryptkin, Twilight Mothman. 199, 350. 196, 500. I'm gonna list mine for like 1.3K. I'm listing mine for like 129. Yes. So sub 300 is now low mint. Again, these are just, it's not verified, it's not confirmed that this is permanent, right? These are all just, let me get back to this. All right. Again, these are just, not final drafts, but it's a work in progress. So we got 5 points for the secret rare. Duplicate set points. So second set, you get 30% of the points versus unique sets. Third set, 20% of the points versus unique sets. Fourth set and only 10 points, 10% of the points. So the comic daily points. Let's see, you get 0.25 points for a common, You get 0.5 points for an uncommon. You get 2 points for the rare, 3 points for the ultra rare, and 6 points for the secret rare. So I think that's going to make a lot of people who were complaining, who are really loud, who were upset at the very first draft of this. I think that'll make them a little bit more happy. And then comics low mint bonus plus 50% points earned for the 5% lowest mint comics available to the public. Excludes any comics retained by VeVe. So that's big time. And then, nice. So that, I'm pretty sure the 5% lowest mint numbers, I would have to do the math on that, but maybe a sub 1000 counts in that. Not positive. But in-app activity. So you can get 25 points per day just for being active. 1 point is received for all in-app activity actions. So the collector can buy as many raffle tickets as their points will allow. Okay. So that's interesting. I like how they did that. So that way you can buy collector points, but as many as you have. So that's good. Like however many points you have, it'll allow you to buy a certain amount, I think. So this is how it'll work. At a set time before a drop, the Master Collector Program drop raffle will open to those collectors above the required Master Collector Program level. The collector can choose which collectible and rarity they want to buy drop raffle tickets for. The number of collectors competing for a collectible will be shown. However, the number of drop raffle tickets will not be shown. Interesting. The MCP drop raffle will close a short time before a drop, and successful collectors will be notified. The winners must claim the collectible before the drop takes place. If a collectible is not claimed before the drop, it is returned to the public drop pool. When a winning collectible is claimed, the collector is prompted to make the payment in gems, and the collectible will be delivered to their collection post-drop. Oh, this is huge. Accessories. Within the store, various accessories will be made available for purchase using points. Accessories that can be purchased with points will generally be non-licensed high edition items, allowing collectors to trick out their showrooms. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I think these are pretty solid additions. Let me know what you guys think. What's the gains on that? 6-month Batman prediction. Let me back up the chat. Let me see where you guys are at. Miss a lot of the chat. They should have something for holding a number 41. Maybe, yeah. I mean, having the first one, maybe a little bonus edition. MCP Pro. Yeah, let me go over the MCP Pro part. I mean, I think it's definitely going to be a benefit to be in the Master Collector program for sure. MCP Pro, I should say. All right, MCP Pro. MCP Pro is designed for those collectors who want to take their collecting to the next level. With MCP Pro, collectors can gain exclusive features within VeVe to grow their collection and access additional pro-only features. Collectors in the top 6 ranks will automatically gain access to MCP Pro at no cost. Let's go. Whereas all other collectors who opt in will be charged a monthly subscription, pricing to be shared at a later date. The subscription will be accessible only above a specific level. So you're only able to get the subscription if you're above a certain level. Feature, small percentage bonus on all points earned. Solid. Exclusive MCP Pro badges to display in your showroom. That's pretty cool. Premium user profile badge. Sweet. Display rarity and edition number next to collectibles in showrooms and AR. That's pretty sweet. So if you're in the MCP Pro, you're going to be able to display your, say, 41 edition number or your low mints or anything like that. That's pretty cool. Auto bid feature for market auctions. That's interesting. Access to exclusive content, accessories, collectibles. Solid. Burn collectibles for points, so they have that in there still. And more. Ooh. Gary, good morning. How we doing? How we doing? I'm not sure about that, Getsy. That's a good question. So you're saying, are the badges we get going to be NFTs to where then we can resell them? That's actually a good question. I would say no, but I'm not positive on that. That's a good question. Yes, absolutely. I think it'd definitely be solid. Yeah, exactly. I think they'll kind of just be something that you get to display in your showroom, but not actually resell. Because if I had something that'll have my achievements, I doubt I'd be able to resell that to then you, and then it look like you have those achievements. So I'm not positive on that, but I would say most likely not. Are the badges going to be good morning? How we doing? How we doing? Take my money, Kelvin said. That's funny. Yeah. So what are you guys thinking so far of the new updates? I mean, I think it's pretty solid. I don't have any secret rare comics, so I'm not like ecstatic about it. But I think it's good for other people that were actually collecting them. I mean, I think secret rares, I think it should have a little bit more of an impact, right? So I think the bigger points, I think makes sense for all the secret rares, the comics, the collectibles, because secret rare, I mean, puts a little bit more weight on it, right? It makes it a little bit more sought after. So I could definitely see them doing that. I was kind of under the impression that they would bump it up to at least the point, right? Because especially with the secret rares, it's something to where they don't want to make it too high right away. So they, ramped it down, made it point whatever it was, 0.75 points, get the first reaction. But I feel like just because everybody went crazy, not everybody, there's a few people that went crazy. But, I think now that they made the adjustment, I think those people are going to be a little bit happier now. So that's good. That's good. Kurt, the news I needed to hear. Yeah, I can't wait for the MCP to go live. I can't wait. A little bit more time. So, no, you're right. Thanks for the question, Anthony M. He said, sorry if this has been answered already, but when is MCP expected to go live? So, a little bit longer. We don't have the exact date when it's going to happen, but all this stuff is going to be retrospective as well, too. So, all the activity that you've done in the app for the last months, etc., that's all going to be, noticed, recognized. Exactly. The famous words, soon. But it will be coming soon. We don't know when. Probably the end of the year. It might be very beginning of next year, but it will be happening. Just don't know exactly when. But That's the drop. Let me go over actually the marketplace details. It's been a minute since I went over to see how Dr. Doom's doing. All right, so comic is $22. I bet the secret rare is going crazy now. Um, the uncommon's $58. The rare is $199. The ultra rare is $425. It's actually dipped this comic. 2.6K now is a secret rare for this comic. Yeah, Carnage secret rare. That's gonna be a big one, I think. Josh Johnson, good question. He said MCP seems like it is beneficial for whales. How can the small guy that come in catch up? Yeah, I think that's one thing that they wanted to make sure the secret rares aren't that valuable for the Master Collector program, because they didn't want to make it seem like you have to be a whale to be able to buy all these secret rare comics. But I mean, they did just up it a little bit. But again, these aren't the final iterations, so they may bring it back down, right? I'm thinking they probably will. They had the low end first. They probably have the high end now, and they're probably going to settle somewhere in the middle, is my thinking. So anywhere from like maybe probably I would say 3 to 4 points is somewhere in the middle of what they just had before and then now. But I think it's beneficial for everybody, because you can gain 25 points a day just by being active on the app without even spending a single dollar. So just by liking stuff, by commenting, by engaging with people, following other people, I think it'll definitely help out the average person. Yeah, I mean, you get a little bit benefit of the points, right? You get 10 extra points from buying it in the store instead of the 10 points less than you would get buying it in the market. And then you get those points for holding it each day. So kind of do. Yep, definitely appreciate you, Nika. Definitely appreciate you for joining. Congrats to you as well if you got one today. Glad I got in March. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, solid K Hus. First time going for a VV drop in an ultra rare. Would you be selling now? Nice. Congrats, you got one. If it was me, I probably wouldn't sell just yet, especially because I think we're about to see a huge run for comics. I think the ultra rare right now is $3.99. It's tough because it's been a trend to where if you wanted to sell, you would sell right away, because then prices tend to dip. But now we've just had an explosion come ever since post Disney. So it's been a little bit different. I mean, the market's been doing a little bit of unique things lately. So I can't exactly say would you sell now. I mean, it's $3.99 right now in the marketplace. Your first drop, you could turn, $7 into 400 gems essentially, and really start getting your collection going. But the problem with that is, could that $400 be worth $800 soon? And technically, it could be. I really don't know the answer to that one. I would say because comics are about to go on a run right now, I think maybe it's best to hold. If it was my opinion, it was my first drop ever, I would like to hold that one because it would probably mean something to me long term. Like, this is your first ever collectible comic. So maybe hold on to it. Try your best to, get gems from somewhere else to be able to participate in next drops, get lucky with some more collectibles. But it all depends on how you want to play it. If you want to hold on to that first one because it means a lot to you, it's a perfectly fine thing to do. But if you wanted to sell it, I mean, you could get roughly 389 gems right now is the floor price. So it really just all depends on how you want to play it. I don't think either one would be a bad decision. So one of the things that are pretty big that happened was the adjustment with the secret rare points. It went from, I think, 0.75 points to like 7 points. Should I cop the first Spider-Man comic? Oh, that's a good one. I just actually bought a lower mint, a sub 1,000 mint of that Spider-Man comic. I think that's gonna be big. I think the Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man #1. I think Fantastic Four #1, Marvel Comics #1. Those are like the holy grail comics right now on VvnFT. Oh, okay. Then K Hudson. I think if you're not really, focused on if you don't have a lot of sell pressure, you don't have to sell it. Then I think holding on to your first one ever, I think it'll mean a lot to you, big time. I think you would regret selling it then for only a few hundred gems. It's definitely a great first collectible to ever get, right? Your first ever drop. You just got an ultra rare comic book, really good comic book too. It's not like something that's not going to be worth anything. Usually, I would say it does not take that long. Harnor Gill said it still says 2 pending orders. Does it usually take this long? No, usually it does deliver a lot quicker. It's just you got unlucky and it's taking a little bit longer. But you definitely got 2. Maybe 2 commons, maybe 2 different ones. But you can definitely say you got 2 of them. It's just going to take a little bit. Secret Rare Labbit jumping now. Yeah, I'm glad that's finally jumping. Yep. So a lot of people just tuning in. Some new market. So basically, the biggest news that just happened was the Secret Rare comics went from 0.75 points, Master Collector points, to now what looks like it's going to be 6 points. I think it was 6 or 7 points, and then the Secret Rare collectibles will be, I think, a point below that, maybe 5 points. I think. And also, low. This is another thing I think kind of went under the radar. The low mint. So now it's a sub 300 is the low mint. And also, where's the one thing I want to talk about? It had to do with the low mint comics. So actually, it's like I forget the exact numbers, but no, actually, that's Pineapple Gang. Shout out to It's Wonderful. He's actually got the Disney Jam, the Disney Anthem, and Cavell's intro. Love that song, man. It's a banger. No, I really don't think the marketplace. Badger asked, Bagdar asked, do you think the market prices will significantly drop when everyone's able to transfer gems to fiat? No, because I think it's going to happen in waves, right? Like I keep saying, I think it's not going to be a flip of a switch and everybody can just withdraw at once. I think they're just going to gradually do it, right? In a kind of like a process, basically, But I'm headed off. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely go check out the Master Collector Program details. Updated. Again, it's not the final version, but it is, another iteration. They want feedback. They want to hear what people have to think. So I'll probably leave the link to that article in the description of this video once I upload it. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys, once you check it out, if you guys like it, what you guys like about it, what you don't like about it. And be respectful about it in the comments too, because I'm sure they're going to listen, tune in to see what you guys are thinking. Definitely want to hear your thoughts though. So once this gets uploaded, definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comments. And stay tuned for tomorrow's drop. We got Storm coming, another big one. Maybe I put my hair up in a mohawk. No, I probably won't. It's too long for that. But once Storm drops, I will let it down. So definitely see you guys tomorrow. Check the description once I upload this. Definitely going to put the article in there. Want to hear your feedback. Appreciate you guys. Big time for tuning in. All the support's been amazing. Big things coming soon. Appreciate you guys. We're signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, y'all.